Coming to you from Seattle tonight, where the roof at Safeco Field has been closed for comfort. Ought to be a good one here between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Seattle Mariners. Marquee hurlers are on tap in this one, and it's coming your way next. So stepping in, Odubel Herrera, and we are set for baseball
for Philadelphia. Center fielder, Odubel Herrera.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And we're underway as the first pitch is a check swing, but a called strike. 0-1. A ball and a strike to the Phillies leadoff man. Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 call. Paxton, also known as Big Maple due to his Canadian roots. He was a 4th-round selection back in the 2010 first-year player draft.
I know a lot of people weren't sure what this guy was going to become, but he has blossomed into one of the superstars in the game. What an absolute steal coming out of the middle rounds.
Now he'll step off. And he'll step off. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a neck-high fastball that time.
Right there is a temptation pitch. Power hitters like this are looking for pitches that they can drive. So that may have been one where he was trying to get him to chase up above the zone a little bit.
Just missed with a breaking ball. Here's a bouncing ball now headed for the shortstop, Segura. And that's the second out. So now Carlos Santana. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Here's the first pitch to him. Check swing called strike. 0-1. Just getting started here in Seattle.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely late. That breaking ball, the pitch before that heater right there, definitely threw his timing off.
A ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2. Fly ball into straightaway left. Span on the run. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Now D. Gordon. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Takes a high fastball for a strike. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
That's a well-placed fastball right there, just off the outside. If you can get guys to expand the strike zone and go after that pitch, you're going to have a lot of success. No luck that time, though.
And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. The windup and the 0-1. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. His past line against Aaron Nola. He's just 2 for 9. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2. The 1-2. And he struck him out. Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. First pitch is a changeup for a called strike.
Well, if you could throw it for a strike consistently, a first pitch changeup is effective. Hitters are almost never looking for it.
2 out, nobody on. Again, he sends it out of play. He got him. Lively fastball that time, and it puts an end to the inning. Now batting, Maikel Franco. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
Number 7, Maikel Franco.
First offering on its way. And he fouls this one off. Here's the pitch. Tried to check his swing there as this is hit to the left side. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second. Digging in now, Cesar Hernandez, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And this one runs up high, ball 1. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now.
That was one of the easiest takes he'll have all year.
Oh, and meanwhile, this pitch rides too far in and winds up hitting him. So next to the plate for the Phils, as Drupal Cabrera. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Hard hit ball to second. Gordon is there, and he is out on the tag. Relay to first in time, and just like... Stepping in now is Mitch Haniger. He's set to lead off the home half of the second. Hit out towards second. And that finds its way through for a base hit. So the leadoff man reaches base to start out their half of the second inning. Here's Nelson Cruz now. His past line against Aaron Nola. He's hitless in 3 at-bats. Hit hard to third. To second for 1. Relay to first, and that'll take care of Cruz. It's a double play. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And standing fourth is the left-handed hitting Denard Span. Fouled off. Bottom of the second here with no score. Lifted into the air to shallow center. Pereira is over. And that's the 3rd out. Now at the plate, Nick Williams. 7, 8, 9. Bottom of the order set to go here in the 3rd. And a step off. And signals crossed that time, so he'll step off and try again. And he'll step off and try again. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball one. The 1-0. Turned on down the line, but a foul ball, 1-1. Check swing grounder to the right side, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. Hit on the ground out to short. Segura fields it cleanly. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. Coming to the plate now, Jorge Alfaro. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit back toward the mound. Segura has it. And there's out number 2. And in steps Scott Kingery. This guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. First pitch of the at-bat. Fouled away. And he pulled up in time, but it's a called strike 2.
Hey, from an offensive standpoint, you better get it ready. This guy is not throwing a ton of pitches. He's confident in his stuff. He's pounding the zone. He's got 2 quick outs. You better pull the trigger.
Another 0-2 home. Missed with a breaking ball. Third inning, no score to this point. In the dirt, but swung on and missed. The throw to first is in time, and the into the box now, Ryan Healy, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
First baseman, Ryan.
Swung on and missed. Luis Garcia is forced onto the mound now following the injury.
Number 57, Luis Garcia.
0-1, here it comes. And there's one he'd like to have over again. Missed high with the slider.
Boy, this team, they're swinging at everything, but that pitch was just a little too far out of the strike zone.
2 balls and a strike to the Mariners' first baseman. Now the 2-1 pitch is swung on and missed for strike number 2.
It's becoming more and more common in today's game to see relievers like this that can run it up there close to 100 miles per hour. But it's so fun to watch it. He blew it right by him there.
So he gets him swinging on a pitcher's pitch. Ryan Healy sent packing to begin the bottom of the third. Williams is under it. And that's the second out of the inning. Into the box now, Gene Segura. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swing and a miss on a nice biting slider. Started that swing a bit too early. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Hit down the third baseline. And the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely. Here's D. Gordon now. 0 for 1 here in the early going. And a whiff at a good slider that time. A lot of movement that time. It's 0-2.
Hey, back when I first broke into the big leagues, a lot of the pitchers wanted to work east to west. Now, with such an uptick in velocity, these guys are working north-south. That's just a great elevated fastball with serious velocity on it.
Throw over to the bag, and he'll dive back in. Segura is off at first with 2 away. Stays alive, still 0-2. Segura runs. Pitch misses low. The throw down is going to be far too late. That's a stolen base. The 1-2. Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. And the throw to first ends the inning. Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
No balls and 1 strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. The 2-1 home is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2.
Boy, he center cut that fastball. It comes in the high 90s, but that's a dangerous location no matter how hard you're throwing.
The 2-2 one more time. Got him swinging in the dirt. Zunino has it, but it's not in time, and he'll reach first despite going down on strikes. And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. From the stretch. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. Popped him up. Keeley has a play. Looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone. Here's Carlos Santana now. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Pitch outside, the throw. And no throw, in fact, as he'll just hang on to it. The 1-0. Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air. Gordon moving to his left, and he makes the catch for the second out. So here's the cleanup hitter, Maikel Franco, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Takes a pitch high and away for ball 1. Throw goes to third, and he is safe at third as he moves up on what's likely to be ruled a wild pitch. And it's fouled away. 2-2, here it is. Tried to fool him with the changeup, but he won't offer at it. 3-2. Cesar Hernandez would be next if they can keep this inning alive. Count still full, 3-2. The next 3-2. And he missed with it there, ball 4. It's a 2-out walk with the runner still at third. Digging in to try it again, Cesar Hernandez. And their runners at the corners now. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends. So coming to the plate, Cameron Maven. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game. Slider right over the middle, taken for a strike.
If you know you got a real patient hitter at the plate, I love the mindset of this pitcher right here, attacking the zone 0-0 and getting ahead.
The 1-1 home is taken for ball 2. But a big pass at a slider that gets past him. The 2-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Now to the plate, Kyle Seager looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1. Seager behind with an 0-2 count.
That's a real tough pitch to hit. That's, in the pitcher's jargon, we call that the Hall of Fame pitch, that slider down and in. Really, the only way you're going to be able to hit that pitch is if you're looking for it down and in, and still then, it's a really difficult pitch to hit.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Kyle Seager becomes out number 2 this inning. Mitch Haniger is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. And he misses again, 2-0. 2-1 now. The 2-1. Grounded foul toward the coaching box at third. Looking to set down the side on strikes. Here it comes. And just a masterful. Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. If they want to get things going, how about trying to get some base runners on, or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits going into this part of the game.
Pulls this one in the air out to left. Span is there to take it, and they're able to take care of Cabrera on just a single pitch. Up next will be Nick Williams. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Lifted the other way to left center. On the move is Span, but it's the center fielder who gets there, and there are 2 gone now. Ready for another chance? Jorge Alfaro. He's 0 for 1 thus far. A ball and no strikes. Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball. 1-1.
Hey, if these guys are going to have any chance in this one, they are going to have to set their sights a little lower. You cannot expect to get the barrel of the bat to that baseball. That is entirely too high.
A ball and 2 strikes to count now with the bases empty and 2 away.
Yeah, Matty, he's had these guys on the proverbial rocking horse all night, changing speeds, hitting every quadrant. He's tough to hit.
Phillies are still looking to crack into the hit column in this one. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Phillies catcher.
And you know what? Give this guy some credit up there, because this had the look of being a very quick inning. He's been able to stretch this at-bat out a little bit, and that's something that shouldn't go unnoticed.
Ground ball sent back up the middle, and the Phillies are into the hit column. Digging in, Scott Kingery was a strikeout victim in his first try. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. He's running. Pitch misses low. The throw down. And no throw, in fact, as he'll just hang on to it. Alfaro stands at second with 2 gone. Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. And he comes back with a fastball. Strike 3. Digging in, Nelson Cruz, coming off a season in which he was named the American League's Silver Slugger at DH.
Nelson Cruz.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0.
A lot of righty pitchers will throw that two-seamer to right-handed hitters to try to jam the guy or even make some firewood. He got it in there, but that was a good take to lay off and take the ball.
Hit the target, but this is low, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch is a fastball swung on and missed, 2-2.
Wow, he's cruising right now out there. 4 straight punch-outs and working on number 5.
Too high, ball 3. On deck, there you see Denard Span. He'll hit next. Swing and a miss. 5 straight strikeouts now, and there's 1 gone. So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And standing fourth is the left-handed hitting Denard Span. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors in the game for the Mariners to this point. Slider taken here. 1 ball, 1 strike. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. Missed with a slider.
Well, this has been a good job to work the count from 0-1 to 3-1, and now he's really in the driver's seat to see a heater that he can do something with.
He loses him on ball 4.
Now batting, first baseman, Ryan Healy.
Pat Neshek enters to make an appearance on the mound as he inherits a runner at first with 1 out in the inning. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. And you wonder about the control now as he misses high with the slider. Now the 2-0. A swing and a miss, strike 1.
In a double play situation, that's the location you want a guy to swing at. More than likely, he's going to beat it into the ground.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. In there, a base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners following the 1-out single. Here now is Mike Zunino. His career numbers against Pat Neshek. Just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. Sir Anthony Dominguez is on his way to the mound, and this is a rather curious move to bring on the closer in just the 5th inning. First pitch coming. Here it is. A high fastball is in there. Dominguez is exactly what you want out of a bullpen arm. It's a rare occasion that anyone squares him up. He doesn't give up a lot. And this is in the dirt here as it bounds a few feet away. And no throw, in fact, as he'll just hang on to it. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors in the game for the Mariners to this point. And a fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Odubel Herrera. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. And he'll step off and try and reset. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. High and deep to right. Henniger ranging back at the track. A leap, but he can't bring it back into the park. It's a home run. And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. In his last at-bat, he popped out in foul ground. No outs, nobody on. Here's a cutter that's off the plate, 1-1. And he fouls this one off. High pop up. Segura is under it. 1 down. So now Carlos Santana, no hits to this point.
Carlos Santana.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
These guys have got to be frustrated as an offensive unit so far in this one. They haven't been able to crack the code on their opponent, but it's not like they're getting great pitches to hit either. This starter has kept the ball on the corners of the zone all game long.
And he's a little too high with that one. 2 balls and a strike. 2-1 pitch. A knuckle curve swung on and missed. 2-2. All even at 2-2. Here it is. High in the air out towards shallow right. Coming in is Haniger. And that's the second out of the inning. And now it'll be the cleanup spot for the Phillies. Michael Franco. It was a walk in his last trip. First pitch of the at-bat. Fouled off. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Fly ball to straightaway left. Span is under it. And the inning is over. Gene Segura standing in. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest. First pitch on its way. And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss. And a big pass at a slider that gets past. The 0-2 delivery. Up around the face. Tapper up the line, but it gets foul. Again, a 1-2. And he's bunting with 2 strikes, but can't connect, so a real wasted at-bat there. And now the infield shifts into a bunt prevent formation. No surprise with the speed that's at the plate. First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes. Fastball right back to the mound. And they'll just flip this on to first for the second out of the inning. 2 gone now in the Mariners' 6th, and that'll bring in the center fielder, Cameron Maybin. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Foul tip into the catcher's glove. It's strike 1. Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now.
After that swing, you just got to reset yourself. You still have a strike to work with, and you can't be thinking about how silly you...
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. Welcome back to Safeco Field here in Seattle. It's on to the 7th inning now with the Phillies out in front, and it's a good time to check out our game summary through the first 6 innings so far. Ready now, Cesar Hernandez.
Leading off for the Phillies, second baseman, Cesar Hernandez.
First offering on its way. Lifted down the line in left. On the move is Span. But he won't get to it, and this should put a man in scoring position to start the inning. And he'll get there as he kicks off the 7th with a leadoff triple. Digging in the switch hitter, Asdrubal Cabrera is working here to bring home that very important insurance run, standing at 3rd.
Hey, we're moving into the later innings right here. This guy's continuing to pitch well with this first pitch strike percentage well over 60%. That's about league average so far, so he's right on point.
Span giving chase. He makes the catch. Here comes the runner from 3rd. And it's a sac fly and an RBI. It's now a 2-0 game. Striding into the box, Nick Williams. Base is empty and 1 away following the sac fly. No balls and a strike to count. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And that one just missed outside. half swing here, but this is in there for a called strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Nick Williams. Here now the 2-2. Fouled away. Check swing grounder to the right side. Throw just in time, and oh, that was awfully close. So digging in now, Jorge Alfaro, a hit in 2 tries so far. Now a check swing, but it's strike 1 anyway, says the home plate umpire. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. A windup and the 0-2 pitch. Now a changeup hit on the ground to shortstop. There's Segura. Throw not in time as he's able to leg it out. And in steps Scott Kingery. He was sent packing on strikes in his last trip. And this one's in the dirt. And no advance. It's ball 1. A ball and no strikes. Here it is. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Takes one off the inside corner for ball 2.
You know, I think his mechanics are starting to betray him a little bit. He's really lost the strike zone, and when that's the case, something is usually off at his delivery.
Tried to hold back, but this is popped up. Alfaro leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Runner goes for second, and he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Got him, and that's the 3rd time we've written. Stepping in, Kyle Seager. He went down on strikes last time up.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Hey, from a pitcher's standpoint, sometimes the greatest pitch is the slider that backs up. He got away with that one, but he wants that thing to bury down the leg.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Kyle Seager is retired for the first out in the bottom half of the 7th inning. And this is taken outside for ball 1. Fastball just a bit low here. He's behind 2-0 now. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite you.
And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1. Holds off on the slider, and that's a good idea as it's ball 4. Here's Nelson Cruz now. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat. And he's in front of a tight little slider that time. And flirting with danger on a changeup that missed high for a ball.
You know, he's one of their guys they rely on to get their offense going. They need a rally, so we'll see if he can spark one here.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. And now before the 1-2, time is called at home plate. Here he comes again, 1-2. Fastball here misses low, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
A lot of times you see guys in the middle of the order get worked away, but not right here. They're keeping it inside on him.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt, but he might spin to win if he starts looking for it in there.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Nelson Cruz becomes out number 2 this inning. Here comes the 0-1. Hit out towards second. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera. They start things out against James Paxton as we get the inning underway.
Yeah, Matt, and going back to that last at-bat when he hit the homer, that was a fastball that was up in the zone. This guy likes the ball up in the zone, so if I'm on the mound right now, I'm thinking try to keep the ball at the knees and below. He doesn't handle that low pitch quite as well.
And he misses with it, 1-1. And, oh, look out as the cutter ran way in and just about drilled him. Now the 2-1 is laid off of for ball number 3. Oh, and look out as this runs in and gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one. First offering on its way. Couldn't wait back. A swing and a miss. Time to be alert for signs of tiring here in the 8th. He's a pitch away from 100.
Man, I love this right now. He's given it everything he has, given this team depth, allowing the manager to pick some serious matchups when it comes to going to the bullpen, Dan.
Oh, you nailed that, D-Road. Now you could go to your go-to guys, the troubleshooters, the guy you want to bring into close games. Anytime a starter can get you through 7 innings, the 8th inning, it's a bonus. A job well done so far.
That was a nasty pitcher's pitch right there. Most guys strike out on that one. He was able to scramble at a little bit and give him another chance. And hopefully this pitcher misses over the heart of the plate.
So he punches him out looking at the fastball. Reese Hoskins becomes the first out of the inning. In there, now the throw.
He's safe.
Herrera leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Hard ground ball to third. And that's through into left, a base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with 1 away. Stepping into the box, Michael Franco. He's got runners at the corners here with only 1 gone. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And it's fouled away.
Boy, the Phillies have been looking for some offense all game long.
Nick Vincent takes the mound to try to get out of this mess. There are 2 on with only 1 away. This is skied into short left center. Coming in is Span. But it's the center fielder who gets there. And that's the second out of the inning. But he changed his mind there as he broke for home, but ends up retreating back to third base safely. Here's the first pitch to him. And he holds up here, but the pitch is a cold strike anyway. His career history with Nick Vincent, just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. Slow roller back to the mound. A throw to the plate, and he is safe at the plate, and the lead is now 3-0. Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera. He's 0 for 2 with a sacrifice to this point. On the ground, back up the box, and it'll get through into center field, a base hit. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. That makes it a 4-0 ball game. Digging in now for Philadelphia, Nick Williams. Time for baseball on MLB Network from Citizens Bank Park in the city of brotherly love. Tonight, an intriguing matchup between the Colorado Rockies and the Philadelphia Phillies. Who will get the better of this compelling matchup? We'll find out next on MLB Network. Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
Second baseman, DJ LeMahieu.
First pitch of the at-bat. Popped him up. Cabrera waits on it. 1 out. Striding in for the Rockies, Carlos Gonzalez, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Just caught the inside corner with a sinker. Seared down the first baseline. Gloved by Santana, and he'll take it onto the bag himself. 2 gone now here in the first. Here's Nolan Arenado. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. 2 out, nobody on. And a great change of pace has him off balance, a swing and a miss.
There's a called strike on a changeup, not a particularly good one. That changeup up in the zone like this oftentimes gets hit very hard. Was able to get away with it that time, but if he's going to be successful, he's going to need to get that changeup down in the zone around the knees.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Nolan Arenado. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. Alfaro goes to get it, and that ends the inning. Here's center fielder Odubel Herrera. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Here comes the first pitch. Inside with the fastball, it's 1-0. Individual matchup numbers against John Gray. Not great. He's 1 for 8. 2-0 to the Phillies center fielder.
Pretty good pitch and a great take there. There's not a lot you could do with that slider breaking down and in unless you can catch it way out front and hook it down the line. You see a lot of swinging misses on those.
So striding in, Rhys Hoskins. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Here's a look over to first, and he will hasten his way back to first where he's in there safely. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A little bouncer. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Therefore, it is Blackmon, and he's got it for the first out. Here's Carlos Santana now. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and 1 gone. Pitch inside, the throw. He's safe. The 1-0. Popped up. Iannetta is calling for it. And that's the second out of the inning. At the plate, Maikel Franco. Individual matchup numbers against John Gray. Just a 1 for 9. And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2. And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball 1. And this is off the glove of Iannetta. It gets away. And he'll make it to third here on what will likely be ruled a passed ball. Curveball, and he buckled him, but it's full 3-2.
After 2 breaking pitches, there's a pretty good chance right now you're probably going to get something right in the middle of the strike zone to swing at.
Second baseman, Cesar Hernandez.
Here's the first pitch to him. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. And this one goes right by Iannetta through to the backstop. And he'll be tagged out heading toward the plate. And with that, the inning is over. So next it'll be the number 4 batter for the Rockies, Charlie Blackmon. He's a dangerous hitter indeed as the reigning batting champion in the National League. The windup and the 0-1. Hit out towards second. Hernandez scoops it up. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second. And that brings in the power-hitting shortstop Trevor Story. His past line against Aaron Nola. He's hitless in 3 at-bats. And a curveball in for a strike.
Hey, he got away with that one right there. If he's going to live up there, spinning it up top of the zone, he's going to get hurt.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Maybe getting a little jumpy in the box, so he steps out and asks for time. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2. Now a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second. In is Gerardo Parra. They'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Lifted into center field. Herrera on the run. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Stepping in, Cesar Hernandez, as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 here to start the home half of the second. Hit hard down the line. This is foul for the first strike. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Is put in play to the right side of the infield. LeMahieu charging in on it, and he will whip this one over to first in time for the out. Settling in now as Dribble Cabrera. Individual matchup numbers against John Gray. He's 1 for 4. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. The 1-2 to first, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Up next will be Nick Williams. Try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. A swing and a miss at one that almost hit him.
Hey, when I see a swing like that, this guy made up his mind before that pitcher even came set. He was pulling the trigger no matter what.
And that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out. So worst case scenario, a 2-out base hit, and the pitcher will not lead off next inning. Next up will be the Phillies pitcher, Aaron Nola. He's set and the pitch. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Parra is going to get there, and that's the 3rd out. In now for Colorado, Ian Desmond. His past line against Aaron Nola. He's 0 for 5. He's also gone down on strikes 5 times. Popped him up. Santana in foul ground, and that's the 1st out of the inning. Stepping up now, Chris Iannetta. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1. Drilled to first. Santana's got it, and he'll step on first himself for the out. Into the box now is the Colorado pitcher, John Gray. First delivery to him on the way. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike.
He looks really strong here early in this game, and that fastball is a good example. Put that thing in a great spot and right where he wanted it.
3rd inning, no score to this point. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2. Lays off the 1-2 changeup, and he's worked it back to 2-2. Here now the 2-2. Hit hard up the middle. And there's the first hit of the game for Colorado. Digging in for his second at-bat, DJ LeMahieu. He flied out leading off the ball game. Here comes the first pitch. Fly ball out toward left center field. Herrera's there, and the inning is over. Into the box, Jorge Alfaro, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Blackman comes on now, and he has it one down. Riding in once again, Odubel Herrera. Here it comes. High in the air out to center field. Blackman is under it. 2 down. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Rhys Hoskins. He flew out in his last at-bat. Reaches down and hits this one on the ground to short. Throw on to first, a 3-pitch inning. And here's Carlos Gonzalez as we begin the top of the 4th.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
First pitch on its way. Boy, not the way he wanted to start out here. It's 0-1. Still all zeros in the run column here in the 4th inning. Dan, does this continue, or does somebody score here?
Oh, you have to love it. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once.
Now in the box, Charlie Blackman. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time. Here's a sinker that stays up. 1 ball, no strikes. Rocky center fielder looking at a 2-0 count now. And there's the first strike, 2-1.
Well, that's a tough pitch to take right there, right down the middle. But I think that happens when you're facing a good pitcher like this guy. The last thing you're expecting is one right down the pipe, and unfortunately, he let that one go, and he'd like to have that pitch back to take a good swing at that one.
And it's up to a 3-2 full count now. Now he goes the other way, and he got a lot of it high and deep to left center field. And it is trouble that finds the gap for extra bases. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away. And he is into third with a 2-out triple. And that brings in the power-hitting shortstop Trevor Story. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. First pitch of the at-bat. Hit toward the right side. And they'll escape danger here after the 2-out triple as the inning is. So now Carlos Santana. He popped out in his first trip. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Quickly hit towards first. Desmond takes it in. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Stepping up to the plate, Maikel Franco. He drew a walk his first time up. And he'll look at a first pitch curveball that's in the dirt. It's ball 1. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. Blackman is under it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Stepping into the box, Cesar Hernandez comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. And now a swing and a miss, and that's what you call establishing the inside part of the plate. It's strike 1. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
He's going to have to take a deep breath. A little bit ultra-aggressive at the plate right now after fishing at the first pitch and looking like he was going to commit on that one.
And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
He executed that 1-2 curveball pretty well. I think that's right where he wanted it to end up, but he couldn't get him to chase at it. We'll see what they go with now after that didn't work out.
And look out. That's in very tight, and it's ball 4.
The shortstop, number 13.
First pitch of the at-bat. That's a strike to throw down. Well behind the play. That's an easy stolen base. The 0-1 delivery. And that slider's almost in the dirt. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. A ball and 2 strikes now.
This guy has been throwing the ball so well, and that's exactly why. He has such a feel for that secondary pitch. He can flip it over whenever he wants and get back in the count.
Check swing grounder to the right side. The 2-2 one more time. Missed with a slider.
Some pitchers fall into the trap of giving in on 3 and 2 because they don't want to walk the guy. But with the base open, it's not the end of the world if you do. You still need to make a quality pitch.
Digging in, Nick Williams. He singled his last time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. But a foul ball here, 0-1. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Turned on, but it's wide of first and foul. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. In is Gerardo Parra. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch on its way.
Gerardo Parra.
Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup. And before the 0-1 pitch, he'll step out of the box and get his bearings a bit. And that's into the corner, a foul ball and right. The 0-2 once more. And he fouls this one off. The 0-2 once more. Swing and a little tapper. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. The 0-2 once more. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Herrera moving in. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out. Standing in, Ian Desmond. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Grounded back up the middle. And that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit. He'll get it into second. The tag, and he is out at second. So 2 are gone in the Rockies' half of the 5th. And standing in now, the catcher, Chris Iannetta. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Now time is barked out by the home plate umpire. High in the air out to center field. Herrera's there. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So here now is the pitcher, Aaron Nola. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. Little tapper down the third baseline. Throw on to first in time, 1 away. Striding in, Jorge Alfaro. Flied out in his first at-bat, so making 0 for 1 so far. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. The 1-1 home. Sinks below the knees, taken for a ball.
That's one of the hardest things to do in this game. You know he's sitting fastball. That ball starts to slide away from him. You have to have some serious strong hands and wrists not to commit right there.
Very weakly on the ground. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. And it's 3-2 now to the number 9 hitter.
It'd be great right here if he was able to work himself on base. You got the leadoff hitter on deck, and you know the middle of the order is coming up right behind him.
So it's a backwards K on the changeup that time. Jorge Alfaro becomes out number 2 this inning. Grounded up the first baseline. Desmond has it. The tag, and he is out. Now to the plate, the pitcher, John Gray. He reached on a single in his first try.
Pitcher, John.
Grounded to the right. To his left, Hernandez. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the sixth. Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Curveball is nowhere close, and it's 1-0. Now time granted here at the plate as he'll step out of the box. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Now the 2-0 home. Too high, and it's 3-0. There's Carlos Gonzalez. He waits on deck. 3-1. No walks yet. Here's the delivery. A bouncer up the middle. Cabrera's up with it. And there are 2 away now. Digging in once again, Carlos Gonzalez. He was a ground out victim last time up. Chopper to short. Taken there by Cabrera, and the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. Ready once again, Rhys Hoskins. 0 for 2 for him to this point. First pitch on its way. Checks his swing, but this pitch is right there for strike one. Ground ball left side. Arenado has it. And that's out number 1. Coming to the plate now, Carlos Santana. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind.
He's been doing a nice job out there on the mound, but the deeper you get into the game, the more the hitters have seen you. This is the part of the lineup that he has to be really careful with.
And another foul ball.
Can't imagine he comes back with a third breaking ball. That hitter looked like he timed that one up pretty well and just missed it, fouling it away.
And he held up in time, but it's strike 3 called, and there are 2 down. That's out to left. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? Parra moves over, and that ends the inning. Here's Nolan Arenado. Third trip to the plate for him here. He struck out and grounded out in his first 2 tries.
Not sure if this is a powerhouse pitching performance by both teams or bad hitting, but as we're moving late into this one, it's about time somebody put something together to try to score a run.
Here's ball 1 now to the Rockies' third baseman. It's 1-1. Sinker misses that time, and it's 2-1.
Well, it's 2-1 now, and we haven't seen a fastball from him in this at-bat yet. As a hitter, you've probably got to sit on that right now.
Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center, and that's going to be a base hit. So there's the possible go-ahead run aboard to kick off the 7th. Trying to pick things up where he left off, Charlie Blackmon. He made it to third on a triple in his previous appearance. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. First offering on its way. That's back toward the mound. This will be a tough turn, however, and he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out. Now at the plate, Trevor Story. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And there's a line drive base hit to left field. Well, he thought about going for third, and now that runner's in no man's land out there. The tag gets 1. Now at the plate, Gerardo Parra. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. And maybe trying to get him off stride at the plate so he'll step out and ask for time. And now he'll step off and raise his hand towards second, but he'll just hold on to it. 1-1. Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with 2 down. In the dirt here, and he'll hurry back to second here as he was wise to not push it that time. Here now the 2-2. He takes it to the opposite field, high and deep to left. Hoskins going back on it. Gone! A 2-run shot that gives them the lead. At the plate, he and Desmond 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Hit hard to short. Cabrera's there. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Leading off. The inning.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast? They could certainly use that right now.
0-1 the count. A windup and the 0-1. Ground ball right side. And he'll flip it to the pitcher covering for the out. So the leadoff man set down here for Asdrubal Cabrera. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Drilled to the right side. LeMahieu with a great stop. The throw. He beat it out. Despite an outstanding effort, that's a base hit, and the potential tying run will step in at the plate. Knee-high slider that he takes a look at.
Textbook pitching performance so far in this one as we move into the later innings. First pitch strikes, how about over 90%? That's about as good as it gets.
Popped him up. Story ranges back, and he has it for out number 2. Standing in now, the pitcher, Aaron Nola. So with 2 away, they decide to let him hit instead of burning a pinch hitter. J.P. Crawford will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him. So striding forward now, Jorge Alfaro. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. Here comes the first pitch. A swing and a ground ball to third. This gets foul. It's 0-1. 0-1 pitch on its way. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. But it bends just foul into the second deck. Now the 0-2 pitch. Grounder down the line at third. Gloved by Arenado. Throw on to first is in time, and the Phillies are turned away. Aaron Luke has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 47.
Here's the catcher now, Chris Iannetta. He's set. Here it comes. And he's in front of a tight little slider that time. And now before the 0-1 pitch, a quick stoppage as he steps out. On the ground to third. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. Standing in, Pat Malaika will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning. Ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. And he falls behind now, 2-0. Now time asked for and granted by the home plate umpire. Hit back up the middle. Scooped up on the backhand. And very quickly there, they're 2 gone to start the inning. Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. First pitch of the at-bat. Cut fastball inside, ball 1. And now we'll take a moment here at home plate as he asks for time. Hit hard on the ground to first. Glove by Santana, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Suwano is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the eighth.
Number 18.
Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
At the plate, Reese Hoskins, who could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Popped him up. Desmond over to his left, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Here's Carlos Santana now. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Check swing called strike, 0-1.
Hey, you can tell by the look on that manager's face he's obviously frustrated right now. But it's a long season. You're going to have a lot of ebbs and flows with your offense. Does he take a step back and relax a little bit, or does he call a team meeting right after this one?
This one's flared toward left center. Arenado ranging into the outfield, and the inning is over. Ready for another shot now.
The right fielder, number 5, Carlos Gonzalez.
And he'll step off and try again. First pitch coming. Here it is. Skied into straightaway right. Williams is under it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Digging in and looking for more, Nolan Arenado. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. First offering on its way. This one's down to third. Franco has it. Throw on to first takes care of him, and the top of the ninth is proving unfruitful thus far. 2 quick outs here. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Charlie Blackmon, who's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Hit on the ground out to short. On to first, and they don't come any easier than that. A 3. In now, Maikel Franco. No hits to this point. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now a check swing, but it's strike 1 anyway, says the home plate umpire. Think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2. Here's the 0-2. Missed with a slider. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Now another 1-2. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Won't commit on the slider. Good patience, and it's full 3-2.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite you.
Neither guy giving in. Here's the next one. And that is the start they were looking for, down by 2 as that misses for Chris Russin. Takes the ball here as he'll enter with a runner at first and nobody out. Right down Broadway that time. Strike 1. Franco on at first, nobody out. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
Can't say he's tickling around the zone. Those last 2 pitches were pretty much grooved right down the middle, but it didn't bite him.
The 1-2. Popped high in the air. Russin just to the right of the mound. 1 out. Here now is Wade Davis. Comes on here looking to get the final 2 outs and earn the save. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And this is low, ball 1.
Wade Davis.
Here's a little chopper up the middle. On to first, and Cabrera's a ground out victim. 2 away. Up next will be Nick Williams. Although there are a couple of bases open, and we'll see if they think about working around it. Pulled toward right center field. Blackmon's after it. And he tracks it down. And this ball game is over. Well, we watched a really solid starting pitching performance, kept the opposition at bay, and as a result, he's our top player of the game.
Look at the numbers.